lessons.
Yeah.
Okay, so please turn on your camera first. Okay. So how do you feel for the exam?
Fine, teacher.
Okay.
A little bit anxious, actually.
No, they are just different exercises. There are different exercises. Let's start with the first one. First, you are gonna talk about yourself, okay? About your life, about your family, your hobbies. Try to give me.
Sorry, teacher. Sorry, dime. Mi amor, ¿me dejas solita? Estoy en el examen. Vaya, pues. Sorry, teacher.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so you are gonna talk about yourself, okay? About your life, your family, your hobbies, and try to give me many details, okay? Many details. Try to
Okay.
speak as much as you can for 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and also
Okay.
include your daily routine, okay? Daily routine. Okay,
Okay,
start,
perfect.
please.
Okay, I'm a mom. This is my main role from all the days, all the hours. I have 3 beautiful children. I love them at all. Um, I like to spend time with my family. I love to read. I really love studying. I like to watch series and watch videos and learn about English. So my likes are those. And I love the dogs, and I like to spend my time doing exercise. I practice yoga and I do jogging too. Um, uh, I like to be at home, so the quarantine is not affecting me. My daily routines are very basic. I wake up early in the morning at 5 a.m. Then I brush my teeth. I do the breakfast for my children. I help them to get ready for the school. I take them to the school at 6:15, more or less. The school of my children is really near of my house. It's just, I don't know, maybe 200 meters, no more. So it's easy for me to take them to the school. And then I use my time for exercising. I jog or I practice yoga until 9. At 9, I dedicate 2 hours for reviewing the social networks of the family business, the business that I have with my husband. We sell equipment for cars and reparations and all of that. And I spent 2 hours reviewing the social networks, and almost 11 I start to doing the chores in the house, and I take lunch. At this time, the routine have changed a little, but almost we take lunch at 1:30, maybe, and then I take a little nap, and after that I help my children with their homework, and I spend time with them. We play or we watch TV, and I have a meeting with my my sister Ana Maria, who lives in United States. and I practice my English with her, but the schedule is not very stable because she is a mom and she study too. So the schedule varies, but I try to meet her every day. At 6 p.m. I prepare dinner. I take dinner with my children, and then we have a family time. And almost 8:30, I take them to sleep, and then I log into the university platform, and I start studying. And I don't know, I go to sleep. It depends on the taxes, but I'm very committed with my studying. So my husband regrets me a little because I don't sleep so much. I go to the bed at around midnight if it is a good day.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Very good, excellent. Now I am gonna share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen here. I have three different situations here. Okay, let me show you here. Three different topics. Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher, you know, I'm on the phone, but
Okay, but these ones are the topics, just the topics. My last
yeah.
holiday, my last birthday, or an important event in my life. Choose one of these and talk about it for 3 minutes. My last
Okay.
holiday, my last birthday, or an important event in my life.
An important event in my life.
Okay, you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute to organize your ideas. Okay, to think for thinking and organizing your ideas, and then speak. Okay,
Okay.
about an important event in your life. Just 1 minute. Okay, start please.
Okay. An important event of my life. The most important events of my life have been the birth of my children. I refer in this way to those events because I didn't want to have children when I was younger. Actually, my first child was an accident. I was expecting to have a children. I thought that the children was I don't know, a kind of impediment for doing your things and everything. And when I become a mom, I fall in love. So when he when he was 5 years old, I decided to get pregnant. And I received at that time a special news because the pregnancy was for twins. So it was a little shocking, but at the end I was happy, so happy, but it was so difficult. The pregnancy, my first pregnancy was difficult. I had a bad pregnancy, and the second was not the exception. The second was worse. I was terrible. I look terrible. I lost weight, but my kids were fine. But they decide to come to the life at the 32 weeks. So they were very tiny and thin. They were so small. I was scared. I was scared. But I don't know. It's a demanding work to raise twins. It's so hard, but it have developed in me capacity for doing so many things at the same time. So I don't know. I sometimes I feel myself like an octopus. But I don't know. I don't change any of the days that I have lived with my children. I know that it's a temporary work because they grow so far, so fast, so fast. They grow every day and they start to becoming independent. Like my older son, who is 11 years old now. So the things change a little, but I don't know. I really enjoy to be a mom. I discovered that I had the skill for teaching, and I decided to be a teacher by helping them. I
Okay,
say, okay, I feel comfortable with this. Why don't start to a career about this? Because when I
career.
was younger, when I finished my school, secondary, I decided to be an electrical engineer because I was so smart and everybody told me that I need to be an engineer because all of that. And I was so immature and I made a bad decision. And finally, I left the career and fifth semester. Um, that's one of of the of the things that I regret myself because I'm more stronger than before. And I think that if I were as stronger that I'm today, um, the story was a little will be a little bit different now. But I don't regret everything. I have learned a lot during the process.
Okay, excellent, Laura, excellent. A great experience. You shared a great experience. Okay, so now let me show you some pictures. Can you see the pictures?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so you have to describe some of them, not all, some of them, but try to include superlatives and comparatives too, okay, to make your descriptions. So start, please.
The first one is busy city. It's a crowded place. Um, there are cars and buildings, um, but it seems to be um, more busy than the picture D, because the picture D is a park. So I can see that the D picture, describes a quieter place. In the picture D, there's people, but the people don't seem to be as busier as in the picture A. They in the D picture, the people are relaxed, are more friendly, maybe. It's another type of environment. And the picture B is the most awful bedroom that I have seen. It's a nightmare for a mom. There's, there's there's a lot of disorder and so many things in the floor and in all the space. Um, it's a nightmare. It's the worst nightmare ever. Um, the E picture, it show a woman that seem to express, I don't know, maybe she's yelling and she looks anxious. She looks more anxious than the girl that appears in the G picture, because the girl that is in the G picture looks relaxed and is, but it's more like she was scared, and but she looks more insecure than the girl that appears in the picture E.
Okay, and tell me, what picture do you like most?
I like the D picture.
The picture, this one. Why?
Yeah, because it's a place that is very common for me. Not at this time because I can't go out with my children, but it's a place that I enjoy to be. I don't like to go out very much, but when I do that, I do activities with them. So we go to the park and we play, and it's a place that I use for doing exercise. When I jogging, I go to the park, and I really love the open spaces, the natural environments. So I love the green, and that's my reason for choosing that picture.
And what picture do you like least?
Um, the mom nightmare. The second picture is, it's a nightmare. It's so stressing. I don't like the disorder. I'm not obsessed with that, but I think that for your, I don't know, for your mind is better to be in a space with this works like, I don't know, that you have a lot of distractions. So for studying, as an example, if my children now that they are taking classes at home, they need a place that must be organized, and this type of environment is terrible for that. So um, that's my
That is
reason.
the reason. Okay, very good, excellent. Now, let me show you a video. In this video, there are some questions. And
I have been a
first, you listen the answer and then you give your own answer. Okay, first you listen the answer and then you give your own answer. The first question is, how long have you been a student? So let's listen.
student for 15 years. I started primary school in 2005 and I finished it in 2013. I started high school the same year and I graduated in 2017. I have been a university student since 2017.
Okay, your own answer.
Okay, I have been a student. I don't have the sum of the years, but I was a primary learner and a secondary learner. I graduated in 1999. So then after that, as I told you before, I decided to study electronic engineer, and I moved on to Bucaramanga from 2000 to 2002. Then I was feeling myself so lonely because my family was far. So I moved to Bogota, where my older sister lived, and I lived there from 2002 to 2004. I was studying electronic engineer. I started the career again because I thought, and my family thought that that happened in Bucaramanga was that I was lonely and I was far from home, and I think too. So I thought that too. So I remember that and I regret myself. And and then after that, I meet my husband and I get married and all of that. I work with my father, and I decide to try myself as a teacher. 2 years ago, I have been studying at UNAT from 2018 until now.
Okay, thank you. Very good. The next question. The next question is, what sports have you played so far?
I have played so many sports throughout my life. I have played football and basketball countless times. I have played tennis and table tennis a lot. I have played volleyball a couple of times. I have never played baseball, but I would like to try it sometime in the future.
Okay, your answer. What sports have you played so far?
I have played basketball, soccer, volleyball. I have played tennis, um, softball. I've never played baseball or rugby. I never have played that sports, but I'm pretty bad at sports. I really enjoy to exercise by myself. I don't like to be on teams or all of that. I'm very antisocial actually.
Okay, the next question. The next question. What is the most extreme activity you've ever done?
I have done rafting once. I was 16 years old when I went rafting and it was very enjoyable. I think it is not too dangerous, but of course it has some risks. Apart from rafting, I have never done any extreme activities so far. I would like to do skydiving in the future, but I'm very afraid of it. I don't know if I can actually do it.
Okay, what is your answer?
Uh, I don't like the extreme activities. The more extreme that I have done have been hiking. Yeah, no more. But I would like to experience scuba diving. I
Scuba
would
diving.
like to do that because I enjoy the nature, and I would like to have that experience. I am not scared for learning
Scuba
to
diving.
do scuba
Okay,
diving.
excellent. Next question. Have you ever had a medical operation?
Yes, I have. I had an operation because I broke my foot when I was 14. I broke it when I fell down while playing football with my friends. I was very afraid because I had never experienced an operation before. Luckily, I have never had a medical operation since then.
Okay, Laura, have you ever had a medical operation?
I had a cesarean, and I had a surgery uh, 2 years ago for extracting a tumor that I had in my breast.
Okay.
So this is it.
Next question. Have you ever had a pet animal?
I have had some pet animals. I had two ducks when I was 7, and I had a fish tank when I was at high school. I love them a lot. Right now, I don't have any pets, but maybe I can have a dog in the future. I love dogs.
Okay, what is your answer?
Um, I ever had dogs when I live with my parents. We rescue a dog. My first dog was rescued. She appeared in the outside of my house, and she was a puppy, so skinny, awful. My friends told me that she seems to, I don't know if you have heard, like a gremlin.
Yes.
She
I don't know
was
what
awful.
exactly.
She was awful, but I love. That was my first dog, and I have dogs actually. I love the pets, and I have a bird, but I
Okay.
don't like to have have it. I just bought it because I saw the bird in a very bad situation, and I thought, so I don't want that they keeps in that way. So I bought the bird, but I don't
Okay.
like to to see in the jail. But
Yes, it's
okay,
terrible.
it's
Next
terrible,
question.
but it was in a terrible situation. So that's what I say to myself for comforting myself.
Okay.
I thought that I save its life. It's miserable. I don't plan to have a bird in the future, but it is better with me.
Okay. The last question. What is the most interesting historical place you have ever visited?
I think it is Hagia Sophia. It is 1500 years old. Over the years, it has experienced countless events. It was an important place in the Eastern Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire, and it has been one of the most important historical places in Turkey. Probably, it has been the best example of Eastern and Western cultures mixed together.
Okay, your answer. This is the last question in this.
I have visited uh, the Bolivar Square in Bogota, and the, I don't know how do you say murallas, walls, the
Yes,
Cartagena
that was
walls. I don't know if I am saying the right word, and the castles in Cartagena. I thought that it was a good experience because they are mystical and with a full of history.
okay. Excellent, Laura. Now, please talk about your childhood. Okay, talk about your childhood and try to include the past habits you had in your childhood.
Ok. Mi amor, ¿te puedes ir para la habitación? Regálame un momentico. Ahorita, ¿vale? Ahorita voy, ¿vale? Okay. My childhood. I had a very happy childhood because I have 3 siblings. So I had friends at home. I play with them a lot. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. So I played with the dolls with my sisters, and I played cards with my brother, and we had a very good life at that time. We argue a lot. We fight a lot. I don't know how my mom doing that terrible job. And now that I am mom, I comprehend everything. But at that time, we used it to go to the pool together. We used it to have barbecues on Sundays. We rode bicycle together. We went to the park, and I studied with them at the same school. So in the rest time, we met together, and I had a happy childhood. I learned to share. When you have siblings, you learn about that.
Okay, very good, excellent. Now I have 5 final questions for you. The first one is, where would you live if you could live anywhere?
Okay. I don't know, maybe in the countryside.
In the countryside? Okay.
Yeah.
If you were powerful enough to change the world, what would you change?
I don't know, maybe the corruption. I think that it's the worst thing ever, because I know that we all have to pay taxes, and if all that money will be reflected in the people around us, we will live in a better places. But all the money that the governments in all the world, not just in our country, in all the world, I think that
Okay.
the situation could be different.
Okay. If you could change your past, what would you change?
I told you before. I really I don't know. I think that I must be more tough, more strong for doing my decisions. I was so vulnerable. I don't know. I regret that, but I've learned. So
Okay. What would have been different about your life if you had grown up in a different country?
I don't know. Maybe the cultural customs. Maybe. Actually, I have different customs of different customs than the people around me, because my parents are from the interior of the country. So and I'm from Valledupar. So I was the rare bug in my environment. So I think that sometimes I burn in the wrong place, but I don't know. I have enjoyed to be. I am a different type of coast girl.
Okay. And the last question. What would you have studied if you haven't chosen bachelor degree in English? If you haven't chosen the
Maybe
bachelor degree.
psychology. That was my other option, psychology.
psychology. Okay, that's great, Laura. That is the end of the exam. Okay, this is all. This is all. And thanks a lot. You are a great student. You are an excellent student. You're very responsible. You have an excellent English level. I like a lot to work with you. I like your attitude for the classes, and you makes me feel great in my classes. Okay, you were great. You were a great student, and I hope the best for your life. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your attendance, for your commitment, and thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Laura. It was very
Thank
nice
you
for me to
too,
meet you.
teacher. I really enjoy your classes. You are a good teacher. I know that you're in the right path. I know that these type of encounters are part of your practice. So you are doing great. I really love your materials, and I really appreciate all that you teach me.
Thanks a lot, Laura. Thanks a lot. And see you. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, teacher. Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Nice to meet you.
The same for you. The same for you. Thank you. Goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye bye.